right, so tell us what's happening here, Michelle.
This is the first discharge after the first wash cycle.
All right, so they've already done a wash cycle. Would you consider this clear, or would you consider this not clear?
This is the first discharge, so it's not clear. There's a bit of a hue of dirt coming through with it.
So whenever you say clear, you're talking truly clear, not just like,
Right.
I mean, maybe I'd take a shower in that if I was out in the wild, but maybe I wouldn't drink it.
If you took a shower in that, you would have a film of mud on you.
Yeah.
And other clients and stuff, that would be black.
Black, right.
If they've been on dirt all their time and rolling all the time in dirt, it'll be bad.
I did a load before you guys got here, and there was a sandbar in the sink.
So let me ask you this. So we've talked a lot about animals and the fleece. In your mind, what makes a good yarn? What type, like, not the type of animal, but like ideally, what are you looking for in the fleece? Is it called fleece of the sheep? So everything is called
it's wool, but they're all fleece coming off the animal.
Okay. So what would you be looking for as an ideal animal fleece to be processed here?
We're a commercial mill, so our job is to process whoever is raising whatever and process that animal to what they want or the best of what we can based on it. We're partial to alpaca because of the no landlord. People aren't going to be allergic to it most of the time. Just like that, it's easier, it's quicker. But we run everything. I mean,
Sometimes it's really cool to see all the stuff that comes off of the fleeces, though.
Yeah.
All right, so we kind of talked about this. So your wait time, you said, is about 2 years.
20 to 22 months usually.
Okay,
Yep.
I have only 3 alpacas. What can I do with 3 alpacas? Like, so tell me what I would do if I just had 3.
Number one, it's going to depend on how good is their fiber. I
Okay.
mean, with the alpaca, we're going to have the first, and then we're going to have the seconds and thirds always. So those seconds and thirds are always going to either be rugs, insoles, felt, something like that. The blanket fiber, if it's fine enough, long enough, yarn, throws, scarves, shawls, roving.
But I can get something from just 3 alpacas.
Sure.
Oh,
So say an average alpaca is going to run 4 to 5 pounds. Half of that's going to be blanket. A lap throw takes 2 pounds. A scarf takes 4 ounces.
so how much does like a sweater?
Usually that's about 1,000 to 1,200 yards. So most people of sport weight yarn are getting at least 6, 7, 8 skeins, depending upon how large they are and how many yards that pattern takes.
So 8 skeins. And so like if I brought in a 4 pound blanket, how many skeins?
At sport weight is going to be about 2.5 ounces, so more than enough for probably 2 smaller sweaters from 1 alpaca.
Now, whenever you say that, though, there's a cost involved with all of this. Okay, so there's the cost of raising the alpaca,
Right.
because you shear them once a year.
Right.
There's the cost of shearing, which
Correct.
is not inconsequential. Normally
No.
$45 to $50 an alpaca.
Depends on who you're using.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's the processing cost.
Right.
We don't need to know exactly, but
Right.
like roughly for like a
Right.
skein of yarn, like from start to finish, what would be the processing amount for you?
So we're going to charge you based on what we do for you. So if we're washing it only, we're just going to charge you wash, and that's $4 a pound. If we're going to make a yarn, that's $24 a pound finished weight. Incoming weight is wash. Everything else is finished weight. And our rationale is if you send me a fine wool and you lose half of it down the drain, you shouldn't be paying for a finished product that you don't get half of. So let's make it easy, about $29, $30 for you to send me your alpaca fleece and me to send you back yarn. If we're going to dye it,
pound.
yeah, per pound. So if I'm going to dye it, we're going to add to that. If we're going to blend other fibers, we're going to add to it. But just you want straight alpaca, your fiber on average, it's going to be $29 to $30, just depending.
And so you guys are in the Midwest? We hear about things being so much cheaper in the Midwest. Is that across the country about what it is, or
No.
is it you guys are?
We tend to be cheaper than most.
Yep.
And we haven't changed our rates since we opened.
Yeah, we have not changed our prices since 2012. We have 2 ways that we process here. We have
Yep.
first in, first out, which is 20 to 22 months behind right now. So when the fleece comes in, it goes into the queue, and when it comes up, we do it. Or you have a reservation like you have, where you reserve a dedicated week just for you. And we only need the fiber a month before that.
I reserve by the week. How much fiber can you process in 1 week?
Depends on what I'm making for you. If I'm going to go all the way to lap throws, I'm only going to get 35 to 40 pounds done. If I'm making yarn, 60 to 70 pounds. If I'm doing cord yarn, 150 pounds.
This is what happens after it comes out of the washing machine. So this is the drying racks. So this is what it looks like after it's been washed. So they lay it out in little sheets. are little layers, and then you can see that there's a box fan up here. It's cover dry. And then over here, this is the yarn that has already been processed. You can see that it's already been tied off into those 3 sections that they tie up, and now it's drying. After it's dried, then that's when it will. What I often hear from knitters or crocheters is that they would prefer for us to not have it in the skein, but have it in the ball. So why is it that you guys sell it in a skein and then they use the ball?
Most people don't buy it in a ball form because you can't feel it and squish it as well as you can in a skein. Buying yarn is a tactile experience. Just like you never sell yarn on a cone because it's actually under stress, gets under tension. So the ball looks cool, but you actually don't feel what the yarn itself feels like because it's under a little bit of tension. It's wound on itself. People want to feel and squish that skein. But the first thing you got to do with that skein is put it into a ball. The cord yarn. So your leg of your alpaca, your Valais sheep, it's just whatever that fiber is, it's not going to feel good against your skin. It's been wrapped around a cotton core. You can knit with it, you can crochet with it with the right size hooks or needle, or you can weave, which is what we do here, weave rugs or whatever out of that. So it's a good use of fiber that's not good enough for yarn. So almost every fiber can be made into something.
A lot of people use these as bath mats.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So do we need to put like a rubber mat underneath of it?
Usually not underneath the shower. If it's going to be in a walking area, yes, because they're going to be so slick. And that's going to be, doesn't matter if it's alpaca or wool, it's going to slide.
And then people are very worried about like this getting dirty. So if this gets dirty, this rug gets dirty, what am I supposed to do with it?
Right now, because it's fall, the easiest thing to do is take it outside, lay it flat on the deck, hose it off. If it's got spots of dirt on it, take a soft brush or a soft paper towel, a little bit of Dawn or palm olive, get that area, rinse it out with the hose again, and leave it lay flat to dry.
So,
or go to the bathtub if it's frozen outside.
You guys do the weaving here.
Yep.
Okay. What else do you do here?
We only do weaving. We don't knit or crochet, so we can do the rugs, we can do throws, shawls, whatever people want.
Okay.
So, here happens to be a client. These haven't been rinsed yet, but these are all lap throws that just came off. So it's just woven from a sport weight yarn, which is what I like to weave with. And these haven't been rinsed yet, so if you look through, you can see through the sun pretty easily. Once these gets washed, you're going to lose probably 10% of the width and length, so it's going to make those gaps close up. We use 8 harness weaving loom, which is not what most people use, so we can do pretty complex patterns and because of that. So it's a higher ticket though. So we talked about how much it costs per pound. This is going to add a lot to it. It's going to cost you about $175 by the time I get done to make one lap throw for you.
And that's
your cost outside of feeding and shearing.
Yep. So
you got to, can you sell these for $250, $300? If you can't, then you shouldn't be doing these.
Correct.
This particular client can't get enough of them. So we're one of the few mills that does more than just rugs, and a lot of them don't even do rugs. I just enjoy weaving. It's all, I didn't realize till I took a class that it's all numbers and I was an accountant.